Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night and felt like something was watching you? What if I told you that feeling wasn't just in your head, that for some people, it's the beginning of something real, something deadly? Tonight, you're not just going to hear a scary story, you're going to live it. In this chilling tale, we follow the descent of a man who ignored all the warnings and paid the price. If you love dark, psychological horror with a supernatural twist, turn off your lights, put in your headphones, and prepare for the kind of story that will stay with you long after it ends. It began 2 weeks ago. Mark, a freelance artist, had just moved into a new apartment on the edge of town. The rent was cheap, the place was quiet, and for someone who worked at night and slept during the day, it was perfect. The first night passed uneventfully, but the second night, he heard a knock, not at the door, at the window. He lived on the 3rd floor. Mark, curious but convinced it was some sort of trick of sound, ignored it. But the next night, the knock came again. Same time, 3:07 a.m. This time he looked. Nothing. Then came the whisper. Just a breath at first. A raspy, barely audible voice that said, "Let me in." He tried to laugh it off. Maybe his mind was playing tricks on him. But things escalated quickly. Shadows moved where light should have been. His electronics flickered at the exact same moment every night. A neighbor, an old woman with sunken eyes, caught him in the hallway and whispered, "If he knocks, don't answer. Don't even look, pretend he isn't real. That's the only way to be safe." Mark tried. He really did. But sleep-deprived and curious, he made a mistake. He looked again. There was something at the window. Not a man, not an animal. It looked human, but its limbs were too long, its face, like stretched wax, featureless except for the mouth. The smile was impossibly wide, and it spoke again. "Let me in. I just want to talk." Mark shut the curtain. He locked the window. He even slept in the bathroom that night. But the entity was not bound by glass. Over the next few nights, Mark lost time. He would wake up standing in front of the window, curtain pulled back, eyes wide. Sometimes he would find messages scratched into his walls. Always the same phrase, "Let me in." He reached out to a paranormal investigator who refused to enter the apartment. He simply said, "You've already invited him. It's too late now." Mark tried to leave, but the outside world no longer recognized him. He'd call friends and they wouldn't remember him. His family, gone. As if he'd been erased. Only the knocking remained. On the final night, 3:07 a.m. came, and Mark opened the window. We don't know what happened next. The apartment was found empty. No furniture, no sign of struggle. Just a single phrase carved into the glass. "Thank you." No one has lived there since. And sometimes, just sometimes, people walking by swear they hear a knock from the 3rd floor window. If you're still awake, congratulations. You're braver than most. But don't forget, if you hear a knock tonight, whatever you do, don't look. If this story chilled your bones, give it a like, drop your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to Creep by You for more terrifying tales that make the dark feel a little too real. Sleep well, if you can.